All right, everyone, we're back. Oops, sorry about that. We're back for match 3 of round 1 of the amateur tournament. Match of the House versus Midnight Pancake Parade. We are getting set up. We should be good to go in a little bit. But while we're waiting, we can talk about last match. Unfortunately, for Midnight Pancake Parade, that was lost due to disconnects. Match of the House was a little bit ahead, but not enough ahead to say that they were going to win the game until the disconnects started happening.
Yeah, I'd have to say Pancake Parade had slightly better CS, so late game they could have still held it out. They were a bit down in kills, but that wasn't too bad of a thing because they could still hold their lane. I think the only real major negative was Vlad was extremely shut down on top. He was farmed, but he died so many times that he couldn't get any kills or killing sprees, and that could have definitely caused him problems in the late game.
Absolutely. Midnight Pancake Parade did come into this match in the lead, so they aren't giving up a lead. They're only tying now. This is going to be the elimination round. But if they do get eliminated, that's going to kick them in the butts. They're not going to like that at all, having lost because of a disconnect and then followed up with another loss.
Yeah, but also since that match happened and it was kind of like a wipe, we'll have to see how the picks and bans go. Last match we had that targeted ban on the Nivea and the targeted ban on Shaco. So we'll see if we have continued targeted bans, like even more, because they still did pick some pretty standard bans. But it's hard because then if you target ban, then you're allowing yourself for those hyper champions that everyone likes to ban to be available. Yeah. And someone could pick one up.
Which is what we saw with Cassiopeia. A lot of people like to ban her, but since they targeted Shaco, they got the Cassiopeia kind of out of nowhere, and that really did a lot of good for Match of the House.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to see a Cassiopeia ban. We're probably going to see an Anivia ban. Here we go.
Yeah, there's also that issue, too, where you have to worry about the bans from the previous match, too. So that's going to take up some of your slots if you want to maintain that.
They do choose Cassiopeia, shutting that down for Match of the House. And they do choose Anivia. Yeah, the two first ones banned. All right, the next up for Pancake Parade.
Unfortunately, Match of the House was doing really well in every one of their lanes, so it's going to be hard to choose what they decide to ban, and it looks like they're going to go with Cass, so they still want to maintain that Cass is just too dangerous to not ban.
Absolutely. He's a very powerful AP. Just ridiculous. Actually, awesome all with that Rift Walk. They're going to ban Alistair. Ooh, really targeting the team now.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of champions that are still very Alistair-esque, so we could have an even more dangerous situation if they decide to go with something that's more to his style and but has slightly better control. But yeah, that was clearly a targeted ban, and they did not like that bottom lane.
All right, let's see the final ban for Midnight Pancake Parade. Who are they going to choose? Shaco yet again.
Yeah,
leaving the Malphite open for Warm Turtle.
And a Rise.
A very, very, very targeted play by Master of the House. We'll have to see.
Yeah, they went with 3 targeted bans. That unfortunately leaves open a couple pretty strong champions that could be chosen by Pancake Parade.
Yeah, let's see how picks are going to go. This is going to be very interesting.
And first pick. Unfortunately, I wasn't paying attention to who was picking what for Pancake Parade. So I don't know if it was randomized or if they have specified roles. Not to mention, they could also switch up and trade to make sure they get certain picks out of the way first in the beginning. So
looks like they're waiting. Might be a big announcement.
They could be talking since they knocked since 3 targeted bans were down. They may have an issue where their mid has
Morgana.
Oh, that's a really good pick. And that's really great for AoE, and she's just such a strong champion, which I was saying that's the problem with such targeted bans. You leave yourself open to a hyper.
I didn't want to say it because we're live, but I had a feeling that Morgana was going to be picked.
Yeah.
By one or the other teams. I wasn't sure. Looks like we're going to have a standard Cho'Gath, but he's going to switch to Gragas.
Yeah, I was going to say Cho'Gath is pretty good, but Morgana lanes it or zones him out a little better. And I'd have to say her ultimate is a bit better than Cho'Gath's, but Gragas' ultimate is an anti-Morgana ultimate. So that's a really good counter pick.
Looks like we're going to see a Lee Sin from Warm Turtle.
Yeah, again, mobility all over the map. We'll have to see if he decides, because Lee Sin can be played both ways. He can play really defensive and just go for ganks, or he could play really counter jungle. So we'll have to see if he balances it out or goes super hyper aggressive.
He might try to balance it out early on in the match, or take be a really aggressive and try to take an early lead. But I think this is a more adaptive role. He wants to figure out where he's going, if he's going to be able to get into their jungle or not, and if he can't, then play a little bit more defensively. It looks like we're going to have a Tarek and a Graves.
Yeah, that's a little more standard style with the heal, but they still do have the control with that Dazzle Stun, and that means Graves is going to get off some free hits from that. And Tarek is pretty tanky, so we'll have to see what they use to respond against that on bottom.
Yeah, we did see how effective Graves was against the bottom players of Master of the House.
Now, this is also going to mean that it's going to give their jungle time to assess what jungle Master of the House choose, and also what the next few champions that they're going to choose are against, so they can pick a jungle that can help with the lanes as much as possible.
Looks like Tone doing a little bit of trolling, picking Glad first and switching it out for Riven.
Yeah.
Saying, I own top lane.
And then Kijin going with a Vayne, most likely. Kij really enjoys using Vayne, so that's not too much of a surprise if they go with that one.
And that Kendem can come in very useful. Oh, they are going to go with Kennen.
Yeah, there have been 2 bans from Kennen before, so they're figuring that's going to be pretty strong.
Yeah, they know Master of the House doesn't like Kennen. So it looks like that's what they're going to choose.
We'll have to see
do have
what
an
that
Udyr
Kennen
jungle.
Yeah, Udyr versus Lee Sin, that's pretty even, because they both have a lot of maneuverability, a lot of control, and they're both really good at ganking. So I think that's pretty balanced. With the Kennen, though, we'll have to see if he goes AD or AP. He is most likely going to be their top unless the team switches it up. It's like Graves on top, which would be a little weird, but possible.
So we have a Soraka.
I think that's going to be really effective because there's a lot of AoE on Pancake Parade's side, and Soraka tends to shut that down. So a great initiate happens on Pancake's side, but let's say Soraka's not in it. She ults, heals everyone, Gragas ults, knocks all the AoE out, and then they can single people down and kill them. So.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're trying to set up for. So this might be their answer to not banning Kennen, is having Darkname choose Soraka.
Okay, it looks like we did have a couple switches for Pancake House's side. Or Pancake House. Pancake Parade side, sorry. And it looks like Darkname did switch up that clarity with a heal, so Soraka's going to have a lot more healing power and a lot more AoE healing power, which again will help in that later game.
Yeah, and I think Darkname might be very effective this round, and this might be Master of the House's answer to Pancake Parade's heavy AoE.
Yeah, I'd have to say Pancake Parade, they do all have good laners, but their late game is a lot stronger, and Master of the House's late game will only be strong if they have really great initiate and they can separate everyone. They do have AoE themselves, so like Gragas does have a lot of AoE. Lee Sin has some good AoE, and Riven also has some good AoE. So they can like start with some AoE and then Gragas ult at the end, kind of separate everyone. But if you have like a Kennen Morgana ult at the same time and that's not separated, that's going to just destroy all of you.
Absolutely. We'll have to see if Get Handled can handle the AoE.
Yeah, so on the top lane, if we do go with Kennen versus Riven, I'd say Kennen, again, wins the early game purely because of his range. But later on, Tone just gets just enough tanky to where he can handle it, and he always builds to resist whatever they're going to go. So he's going to pay attention to what that Kennen builds and then build to defend himself from that. So that way he can maintain a little bit of damage and still be strong enough to not take too much punishment.
Yeah, he's a very effective Riven, so if he can starve out Kennen just a little bit, that's going to give the advantage to Master of the House.
And if Kennen is their solo top, he's gone with an Ignite and a Heal, which is a bit surprising because Kennen does initiate a lot, so that heal will help in case he initiates and he gets focused really quickly. He can survive long enough for his ultimate to take full effect. But that means that his top lane, he's going to be gankable, extremely gankable, especially by Lee Sin, who went with an Exhaust. So if he gets too far out of position, he could end up having to waste his ultimate just to get away, because his Lightning Rush does give him some distance, but it's not enough like a Flash.
As we saw with Vlad in the last one with the blue.
Yeah, he always overextended. On the bottom lane, we still have that Flash and Exhaust on their support, and we have a Flash and a Heal for Graves. and then we have a Flash Exhaust on their AD, and the Heal and Clairvoyance on Soraka. So that means the Heal isn't going to be as effective on their AD because the heal you get most of it from Soraka, but Soraka doesn't have a whole ton of escape mechanics, so that's actually okay. And the exhaust on Vayne, who's always going to be in the forefront of the fight, can exhaust someone and take them out. So that's a pretty good summoner spell pick. And then in middle, again, Flash Ignite, Flash Ignite. That's standard for almost every mid. Some middles do like to take teleport if they think they're going to have to go back a lot, and the one they're fighting is harassing, and then that gives them the ability to buy more often and hopefully win their lane. But for the most part, they won't need that. If your jungle's helping you and answering enough when you need to go back, then they can babysit your lane.
So we're only 40 seconds out until the match begins. Could be very interesting. Looks like both teams have really assessed each other, and this will be one of the best matches we see. Hopefully there won't be any more disconnects.
Yeah, I'd really like to see that. No matter what, I think almost every game they've done has the potential to get into the late game. The first game was the only one where they both didn't really know each other, and Pancake Parade just kind of took advantage of that and was like, okay, we're just going to gank you all day, and our Anivia does insane damage, so we're okay.
Yeah.
But since then, it's evened out a lot more. Unfortunately, Pancake Parade still had slightly better CS, and that kept them into it, but their coordination in the last match wasn't as good. So if Master of the House can keep that up, then they can definitely bring it to the late game. But I think the problem is they don't want to. They want to end it in the mid game.
So let's see, we have no skins for Pancake Parade, so we're not sure how used to these champions Pancake Parade is. But we do have 3 skins for Master of the House: Gragas, Lee Sin, and Vayne, and we know Tone is really good with Riven. I've never seen Darkname with Soraka, so I don't know how he's
I've seen Darkname play some Soraka, and Soraka's always a really good champion. And her skin's like, maybe that he doesn't personally like them or something. She's been around forever, so almost every support has to know how to play Soraka.
Yeah. Although I do find it a very interesting dynamic to LOL that they allow these skins, and it kind of gives you a feel for the players, or almost intimidates you on a psychological level that, oh, this person has a skin for this champion, they might be really good, and you could psych people out with that.
Yeah, I'd have to say in like the lower stuff and the elos that aren't as high, that could be an issue. I think that eventually that doesn't matter anymore, though.
That's true.
You just hit an elo point where you're like, it doesn't matter. If they're at this elo, that means they're good enough to be here.
Yeah, that's very true. This is a capped elo tournament. We're not playing at a pro level, so little things like this might make a difference. I haven't really seen it make a difference, but
yeah, the unfortunate thing though is that Pancake Parade's team, all of their champions except for Graves have been around for a long time.
That's true.
So they're really well-known champions. And on the other side, it's the same thing, too. They've all been around for a pretty long time. I think Riven is the newest champion on that side, but she's still been around for months and months. So
yeah. No, there's no doubt that Pancake Parade has chosen champions they know how to play.
So in the first match, we saw both teams go and fight and defend for red. And then in the second match, we saw level 1s be more defensive and just protect their blues and then continue to a standard game. So I have to see if we go for an invade here.
It looks like they're going to move up to protect the red because I don't believe Lee Sin needs blue.
Yeah, if he starts with red, he gets a slightly faster jungle with the damage, and he doesn't need the blue at all. Yep. It does reduce his cooldowns a little bit, but for the most part, he could probably end up giving his blue to middle to start off. And then I guess we got a Clarity is OP from Darkname. That's a personal choice, I guess, but I still think they... On my own choice.
Oh, they might... Oh, nice flash, but he jumps away. More damage to Morgana. Yeah. Looks like they're going to invade that red. Master House is going to back off, take the red of Pancake Parade, so we might have a trade. But Pancake Parade is coming down full 5. Oh, no, Udyr's going to go back up to top. So Riven's out. They're going to invade the jungle. They don't know that
Minions have spawned.
Pancake Parade is not in their jungle now. Let's see what they're going to do. Looks like we have some posturing, but we're just going to go back to their jungles.
And we do have a ward up on red there.
That is Match of the Houses for their
Yeah, okay, so that's a pretty good ward. I think they might have needed it a little farther down to make sure that Pancake Parade didn't sit in their jungle, but they saw them in the middle, so that should be fine, and then everything's going to even out. Unfortunately, this also means that Lee Sin is going to definitely have to take that first blue to get his level 2. Which means his jungle will be a little slower than it could have been, and Udyr is just finishing up his blue one too.
Alright, so a bunch of posturing by both teams, but really, they retreat back to their jungles.
And for the starting item on that Kennen was boots, so we don't know which way that Kennen's going to go yet. Which isn't too surprising, most Kennens do start off with boots.
Alright, we have Lee Sin clearing wolves. Udyr coming up to clear Raves. So Udyr's a little bit ahead in speed at least.
Yeah, Udyr's jungle is just extremely quick, and I'm not sure which way that Udyr went for his level 2. If we could check out his thing then.
Certainly.
Okay, so yeah, he's going Tiger. And that's a little slower than Phoenix, but eventually it will catch up, and he does do a pretty good damage. And I think Tiger's a little more dangerous to gank a lane.
And it looks like Pancake Parade is going to try to push bottom.
Luckily,
He's pushing Kennen.
they do have that ward in that bush, so they will be safe. Or no, the other bush.
Oh.
No.
Oh. Down here. Oh, yeah. I
So they'll be safe from Tarek, so they know where he is, so they won't get stunned in a bad position.
Lee Sin coming up to grab golems.
Yeah, Warm Turtle said he had a little bit of lag, and it looks like...
Graves agrees.
Yeah, it has been 3 minutes, though. We haven't seen a first blood, though.
Yeah, it's like a more standard match.
They may play just a little safe instead of trying to restart the match.
Hey.
Lee Sin's already calling this a good game.
Skill shot champion.
Ribbon's hanging out.
Ribbon's a level ahead. CS-wise, Kennen has 16 and Ribbon has 7. So I'm a little surprised why Ribbon's a level ahead.
Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe he was able to zone Kennen out on getting some XP, but not enough to shut down Kennen's CS.
Well, no, yeah, but if his CS is higher, his
Yeah.
experience should be higher too.
Bane taking a lot of damage from Graves.
You got Udyr coming top.
Oh, we got 2
Couldn't
ganks
get a
coming
gank.
in. It looks like Lee Sin's going to go for wolves. We got Udyr trying to gank Ribbon. Ribbon's going to flash out of there.
Oh, they got the
she
kill.
goes down. First blood goes to Pancake Parade.
Very
Lee
good
Sin
job.
coming down. They are going to see it. Their ward is there. They're going to know Lee Sin is there. Already backing off.
He didn't land his Q. He gets stazzed. He's in a pretty bad position.
He's going to get out of there, though. Kennen pushing top.
So on CS on bottom, we got Graves 27, Vayne at 27 also, so that's really even. In middle, we have 30 and 24, so that's still pretty.
They did clear Volume Sudir, so they know he's there. He's going to pick up Wraith, the major Wraith, though. But Lee Sin's down there picking up Wraiths as well. He's taking a lot more damage, so if you can get that stun.
Yeah, and Morgana's going to come down and help. We'll see if a Dark Binding goes off. That can be really clutch.
Ooh.
Oh, he stopped.
Oh, nice grab by Morgana.
He got stunned.
Udyr's stunning him. Let's see what happens here.
And it looks like Udyr's just going to take the free jungle and go for wolves.
Yep. So I think Malphite should have been picked yet again.
Well, I think it's just that Lee Sin just he's picking either bad times or he just had some bad luck on where that Udyr happened to be.
Mm.
But yeah, so far Udyr is winning in the counter jungle department. Like Lee Sin's still counter jungling, getting CS for it, but Udir's picking up kills and ganking a little bit better. So
Kennen almost has double the CS of Riven right now. Riven only has 18, and Kennen has 32.
yeah, unfortunately, that just the fact that Kennen has so many ranged abilities is zoning Riven out, which is very much like last match where Riven was being zoned out by Vladimir. But we'll have to see if he can still produce the same results that he did against Vlad. Looks like we don't have a revolver on that Kennen, so he is going to be AP.
Looks like Lee Sin's sneaking up there. I'm not sure that Kennen sees him. I think he came around back, out of the line of sight of Kennen. Riven's coming in, doing damage. Here comes Lee Sin. Ooh,
Yeah,
all goes off.
Get away. Lee Sin missed his Q, though.
I think, yeah, Kennen's going to make it.
Yeah, that was a really good ultimate, and unfortunately, Lee Sin missing his Q meant that almost a guaranteed kill was not going to happen.
Good read by Pancake Parade. Kennen's coming in the jungle. Lee Sin's facing Udyr. Riven's not coming down.
And Morgana's
Lee Sin's going to die again. And now Udyr's going to go grab blue for Morgana.
Yeah, unfortunately, the jungler just knows that Worm Turtle is playing really offensively. He likes the counter jungle, and he's capitalizing on that fact.
Let's see, was Riven able to catch up at all on CS?
No, not really. Still 26 to 44, which will be like that for most of the game. I don't think, unless Lee Sin picks up a couple more ganks and gives Riven some free farm time, Kennen's going to continue to own that lane.
Yeah, every member of Mash the House is behind in CS. So I have to see if they can catch up in the mid game.
I think the only ones that are even are, the only ones that are really even are bottom. It's only 59 to 52, so it's only, a 7 CS lead. We got Red on here. Red has been up for a little while for Master of the House, so Lee Sin should be picking that up pretty soon.
Looks like he's going to head up into his jungle, grab Wraiths, and probably go for Red.
Kennen just went back. He just finished his Will of Ancient, so those 2 kills are really helping him. That's going to make his lane really strong.
Both teams have warded Dragon now.
And Lee Sin has picked up a Vamp Scepter, so probably building that Wriggles. And Udyr has already finished his Wriggles and built the physical damage reduction boots.
Good timing by Kennen. Times the ward so that as it's fading, he puts up a new one. Very good timing. Lee Sin coming in. Probably going to try and get Kennen yet again.
Unfortunately, that ward is placed in the perfect spot, so he's going to have to come the long way. But to give Kennen plenty of time to back up. He does get his Q, though.
But he sets up his ult. Going to back out. Do some damage.
Oh, man, he's doing so much of that Will of the Ancients already.
Yep. Wow, pushing in on Gragas. Taking the turret shots.
Clutch ulti.
Oh! Nice job by Udyr. Holding Gragas down. Picking up the assist.
So yeah, I think Kennen's just in free farm now.
Yeah, Udyr's coming in to gank Riven.
Yeah, and Riven has to just stay back. He's going to start falling behind in levels, and CS is becoming an issue. And like in the last time, it wasn't like, he was behind in CS the entire match, but he got plenty of kills and really great ganks, but in this one, it's just not happening.
No, Kennen's ult and his speed is just too much for them to handle.
And Udyr is just destroying Lee Sin's jungle. So we got an ult from Riven. And just backs up into the bush. Great.
Tons of damage.
Yeah, great using that bush to guarantee that she can't do any damage.
Well, you're setting up for the gank. They're going to push that tower. How are you going to take out Riven? Riven with the flash.
I have to back up. No, there's a kill. And Udyr backs up, no problem. Lee Sin comes in, but unfortunately they're both
too late. They're pretty high up.
They get another kill.
Nope, they're backing off.
Unfortunately, that lane is actually pretty pushed, so Udyr could just back up for a little bit, and then Kennen could finish it up. Yeah, see Udyr's coming back up.
Yeah, gonna grab that stun. Lee Sin's gonna go down.
Didn't even need Udyr. Took him out himself.
It's 6-0. Pancake Parade's game. Starting to look like the first game.
First tower will go down on top. They could take it before Riven gets up there. In the middle, Gragas is going with 2 Dorn's rings. Morgana already has boots, catalyst, and a small EP stick. So gonna build a Rod of Aegis soon.
Riven's coming in. Will that turret go down?
No, I think Riven will be there just to save it, but it's not gonna have a lot of health.
No, that's gonna take just one shot from any of the champions.
Oh, it's so close.
Yeah, it's
just finishing. Nice. So saved it for now, but it's not really that much of a benefit. If anything, Riven should just assume that they don't have a tower. And then bottom lane CS 104 for Graves and 79 for Vayne. So enough zoning here to where Vayne's having to constantly hit things off the tower, and that's losing out on CS. And in mid again, still 111 to 77. So Morgana is zoning Gragas out pretty well and getting tons of CS for that.
This is a very effective gameplay.
We're at 17,000 now. Of course, it's really skewed because of the amount of kills.
Yeah.
But just CS-wise, I'd have to give at least 2,000 or 3,000 just from CS.
Now, it looks like Midnight Pancake Parade is the only one with the Dragon Ward now.
We did have a
Soraka
CP on
is
that
coming
dragon, so they know that this could be happening soon. But unfortunately, I think...
Ooh, they might catch Udyr out of position. Chasing after Soraka. But Gragas and Lee Sin are there. They might get their first kill.
We got Morgana coming up, chasing on the
with
side.
Tarek and Graves coming in.
Yeah, so this could turn into really bad for...
Udyr grabs Soraka.
Yeah,
Lee Sin. Vayne's going to back off. Gragas can get out of there. They're just owning.
So yeah, they pick
Master
up
House of Jungle, and they're going to get the
free kills. And Dragon.
Will Vayne get there in time to try and steal it? Doesn't look like they.
So yeah, unfortunately, right now with how it's working, the only way that Master of the House can really get back into this is to maintain. Oh, right on top. Oh, Riven almost kills, but stops.
Oh, and Kennen picks up the kill.
Not sure why he just decided to auto take. Maybe he thought he killed him with that attack and just went to continue the CS, but Kennen stayed just long enough for that Will of the Ancients. But yeah, Master of the House, the only way they're going to win this is if they maintain CS and then bring it to the late game. But the problem is that late game Pancake Parade's team is just better. They have a lot more AoE and they just do tons of damage.
Absolutely. Looks like the first turret has gone down for Master of the House.
And that gold gap is at 6,000 now, so that's definitely being really detrimental for Master of the House, and Pancake Parade is definitely pushing their advantage.
Absolutely. Morgana's going to pick up blue yet again.
Yeah, Morgana uses blue pretty quickly, and Gragas does also. And both of their jungles don't really require blue that often, so we should see Gragas possibly pick up blue soon too. Unfortunately, we didn't notice that dragon time. It's at around 14 now, so we should see it at around 20 for the next dragon.
Yeah, we'll see how well Pancake Parade's timer is, whether or not they're going to try and keep that going.
Yeah, and of course with Riven's tower down up top, Riven's going to roam a little bit more, and that's going to give Kennen some really good free farm, which can be pretty dangerous. But hopefully Riven picks up some...
Oh, got the Q. Damn it, how Riven, she gets pushed back by Gragas. They take out Morgana. Udyr coming in, Tarek coming in.
Yeah, they're just going to have to babysit the lane for now. But that was a beautiful Gragas ult. That's exactly what they want to do. They want to individualize people and force them into the position they want to be.
That's the first kill for Master of the House. Ooh. Lee Sin, but Graves is there.
Over-engaged. Yeah. Zero pick up the stun. No finish him on.
Vayne looking like she wants to push the tower a little bit, but Tarek and Graves are moving back.
Vayne is 104, so they're They're pushing.
Morgana claims that she was just bait.
Which honestly is a no, because all of their lanes were off in their own areas when Morgana died. Okay, there we go. There's the totally meant to do that. That's pretty good. A little bit of trolling.
Wow, so much damage from Kennen. Taking Soraka to half.
Orm Turtle with the bad banter. Totally meant to do that as well. Totally meant to give you free gold. Okay, so Vayne did get a little bit of farm time, so she's closing that gap on bottom. But unfortunately, Graves is still like 30 up, so he has some pretty strong CS, and he has 2 assists, while Vayne has all zeros across the board.
Wow. Riven has 68 CS to Kennen's 119.
Yeah, Kennen's just free farming on top while Riven is clearing jungle and trying to help set up for ganks. But unfortunately, Kennen is really strong with the more CS he gets, so it's just more dangerous. He built a needlessly large rod, so he's going to get his death gap. When that happens, team fights where Kennen engages with his ultimate are just going to be tons and tons of damage.
Looks like Udyr is engaging Lee Sin up top. He's doing tons of damage to Lee Sin. We got the heal off on Lee Sin. Crazy almost
misses Q though. And we got a Dazzle on Soraka. They're probably just going to back up.
Yeah, they do have the ward in the now, so they do see them. Wow, Lee Sin just pushing really hard.
Yeah, I think he's trying to bait them, so...
Soraka and Vayne might be able to grab something.
Yeah, but... Okay, so we just
looks like Udyr's coming back. Might try to grab Gragas here.
We got a fight down on bottom. They just healed Lee Sin, so he went in, but then he got taken down again. So now he's backing up. Udyr's coming up for the kill, though. Okay, so he pulled.
Oh, he's going to grab the kill. Lee Sin goes down.
That was actually bad. Lee Sin pulled the wolves to try to save himself, to jump to it, but unfortunately, that just meant more damage for Udyr.
Here comes Midnight Pancake Parade. They're going to know they're here. They do have the ward here. But might not be enough. They're probably just going to charge this tower soon.
Okay, great Dark Binding on Vayne. They're focusing down their damage. It's pretty good. Nice ultimate.
Vayne's going to go down. Tons of damage. Looks like Soraka's taking a lot of damage now. She's going to go down.
And then the tower is... I can't see...
Gragas might grab Udyr. Yes, Gragas is going to grab Udyr.
And Morgana backed up. So that was pretty good for Pancake Parade. They got a bunch of kills off of that and only lost one person, so...
Oh, Tone grabs Riven up top.
Riven grabbed Kennen.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Riven is Tone.
Yeah. Riven is
Tone grabs Kennen up top.
Riven built 2 Doran's Blades, trying to just get a bit more health so Kennen doesn't destroy her so much on using all their abilities. I'm surprised to not see some resistance items, but the CS is so low for Riven that they're probably being starved. Need some CS to actually be able to go back and buy some resistance.
Looks like both turrets of Master House are ready to go down pretty much any minute. All they need is a champion push, and they can take that down easily.
Yeah, they're set to knock down both towers.
Looks like we have a couple pings for Dragon. They want to see if that's up.
It's almost at 20. So
looks like Lee Sin's coming in, but not enough. Morgana's going to get out of there.
Save Gragas, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone has that warded. Well, it's
no one has that warded.
On the bottom. Right?
However, looks
so
like...
they're going to see Tarek coming out. They're not going to see Udyr, though. Udyr comes down. Dragon's on Lee Sin.
Oh, condemn Tarek into the wall.
Vayne goes down, and they're going to push him out. Gragas is pretty low on health, so he can't really come to help a lot. And it looks like...
Dragon's going to reset.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Graves doing so much damage. Looks like Udyr's going to pick that up for Pancake Parade. Nice Dark Binding. He's going to take out Lee Sin. Chasing after Soraka.
That tower's really low. They're just going to dive her. Or kill the tower, yep.
As they're going to dive for misses. Soraka running around.
Unfortunately, just in a bad position.
Oh, nice juke. Vayne coming in. Oh, not enough, though. Graves just takes her out.
And Tarek just babysitting middle. And they'll take down that tower.
Yep, there it goes. That's 2 towers now for Pancake Parade.
And Gragas almost kills Tarek. Tarek just barely gets away.
But the rest of Pancake Parade's coming up. Yep, Gragas goes back up. Pancake Parade almost 2K ahead now, or not 2K, 10K ahead now.
There on that, there's a lot of farm on top, but Kennan's been farming the entire time. Has tons of farm. Graves is still winning in CS on bottom, middle 173 to 151, so that's not as bad of a difference, but still winning on that side. And Udir's is 72, while Leeson is at 74, so it's pretty balanced. But Leeson has died 7 times, so he's pretty far behind too.
So here's grabbing wolves. Yep, we're gonna grab blue as well.
Yeah, so she's gonna push even harder in the middle lane. And I don't know if Gragas has blue. We got first ward on Baron. Which, yeah, I'd have to say, Pancake Parade could Baron almost any time now. They just have to get like maybe 1 or 2 kills and then they could take a Baron.
Gragas is starting to get up there in AP, doing a lot of damage to Tarek, which was healed almost instantaneously.
And they take down that tower.
Yeah, this middle tower looks like they might be pushing for team fight.
Yeah, they're just gonna push this tower and they'll dive. They'll dive and it's too far.
Lee Sin coming in and push back half of the damage. Turret going down to half health, but looks like Riven might take out top.
Unfortunately, if they don't take it out too soon, Udir is already coming out. So they can put
Dark
Riven
Binding
in.
by Morgana. She flashes in. Oh, tons of damage going down. Riven takes out the turret. Kennen takes out Lee Sin and Bane, pushing in. Struck and Greg's have to retreat. Riven coming in, not going to be able to finish any of them off because they're so high health.
So yeah, 2 kills thrown out of turret. Unfortunately, that wasn't a really good trade. And Pancake Parade is just doing so much better and making sure that they combine their ultimates to the best effect. I think Gragas, his ult is down.
Oh, looks like Riven's going to come in, try to take out. Ooh! Kennen takes out the tower. Morgana's going to retreat. Riven's down. Flashing from Udir is going to take out Soraka. She goes down. Gragas is left by himself.
He can do a little bit of harassing, so he actually may be able to hold the turret since they're all so low. But they could just back up and do Baron if they wanted to.
Yeah, this is a good time for them to do Baron.
They still got about 2 minutes until Dragon comes up, so they're not gonna do Dragon. They could also steal bots, steal red, steal race, steal blue.
Yeah, Pancake Parade is now officially 10K over. Warding Dragon. There is a ward for Pancake Parade.
Unfortunately, they had one person. Yeah, they had Tarek down on the bottom, so everyone went to either go kill Tarek or go check their blue, which is just giving them free damage time in this Baron before Master of the House can respawn.
Lee Sin is going to make it before Baron goes down. They are retreating. Looks like they're going to try and fake it.
Yeah, they were afraid that Gragas ult could have stolen it, but now Master of the House is just going into
Oh, he is really weak, but they... Wow. Gragas didn't even stand a chance.
And now we have a back to the rotation. Let's see if there's a steal. It's getting pretty low. They're backing up.
Oh, Tone comes in. Tons damage. Takes out Graves. Riven. Oh, Riven and Bane go down.
And Lee Sin's still checking to see if Baron will
It's not going to be in chase.
Ultimate Cannon.
Lee Sin. That's an ace.
Ace, and now they can finish Baron if they wanted to. Unfortunately, they're all pretty low, so they'll probably just go back and then decide to finish Baron.
24-4. Getting close to 20,000 ahead.
Yeah, and there's the surrender. Great game by Pancake Parade. They did just such an awesome job.
Absolutely. They're shutting down the aggressiveness of Lee Sin, just getting all the CS, really pushing back Master of the House to the point where they're just starved.
Right, and they got to the... Since they were just higher CS the entire game, it just meant that, in a sense, it felt like Master of the House was always in the late game because they were just being crushed by ultimates all the time.
All right, well, sorry, Master of the House, you're not going to be advancing in the amateur tournament. Congratulations to Midnight Pancake Parade. You guys are going to be advancing. Best of luck in your future. Hopefully we'll be back to cast more within the amateur tournament. We'll definitely be posting that. Check out on Reddit. Again, reddit.com/user/LOL tournament. They'll be posting when we'll be streaming, when other casters will be streaming. I'm not sure how many streams are going to go early on in the bracket, but they do want to stream a lot of the matches later on as we get closer to the finals. So stay tuned, check us out. We will be back for the Rise Up tournament, and we might see a Go for LOL at some point. Not really sure what's going on there, depending on if Master House decides to join.
Yeah, that'll be Sunday if we do Go for LOL.
Yep. So thank you for watching. Continue to check us out at twitch.tv/powerunderwhelming and youtube.com/d3powerunderwhelming. Subscribe to us, like us, follow us. We want to get people involved. We want to entertain you guys. If there's anything we can do to do better, let us know.
Thanks. Have a good one, guys.
Have a good one.